Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, everyone, to episode number 52 of CBD Talk Podcast. Today, we have a wonderful guest, Melanie Davis-Saba with Tree Lotion Inc. Welcome, Melanie. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, Melanie has a great product. We have been talking a lot about different methods of using CBD and cannabis based products in several episodes between vapes, tinctures, and bath soaks, and capsules, gummies, all sorts of different things. And we're going back to salves today because I really think that this is an underused product or a method of getting CBD into your system. And as we've spoken before, your skin is a wonderful way to bring the CBD into your body with the CB2 receptors that are just you're just covered in them. So it's a great way to help bring CBD and other cannabinoids into your system. So we're going to talk a little bit about Melanie's path to Tree Lotion Inc. So how about first we talk about how you got into the industry, how you started working with cannabis, the cannabis plant.
Well, I worked for two gentlemen that moved here to California from Florida and New York with dreams of opening cannabis clubs and being pioneers in the industry. And I started working for them. One had Asperger's, the other had physical ailments. And I saw that they medicated a lot. I wanted to see if there was other ways for them to ingest it rather than smoking. So I started taking byproduct and making salves and tinctures and kind of experimenting and using them as my test dummies, so to speak.
Test dummies are awesome, and
Yes, they are.
and they're very willing also.
Yes. And it's important that you have somebody that gives you realistic feedback.
Yeah, yeah. You want people that are going to be honest with you and
Yes.
tell you what you need to know. So when you said you were using byproduct, what exactly does that mean?
Well, there's lots of different forms of byproduct. The people that I worked for actually had farms. So when they were in the process of trimming up their products, they would have a bunch of trim, no bud on it, sticks and stems and leaves.
Hmm.
And they would throw it in a machine. And from the sticks and stems and leaves would come the crystals, which is keef. That's the byproduct from the plant. And it's a powdery form, green in color. And I started using that and mixing it in different tinctures and finding different ways to break it down without burning off the THC, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
and all the good medicinal parts of it. And I started to use it as a full plant-based, I guess, adjective or,
Mm-hmm.
added added substance. And yeah, keef. So it's the crystals from the plant. It's packed full of medicinal goodness.
Yeah,
It's the sugar leaf.
and I don't I like that you mentioned that you were having to be careful that you didn't burn off some of the medicinal properties. I don't think a lot of people understand um, that process. So, um, how about you just kind of explain, just in very, very simple terms? I don't want to freak anyone out. Just like um, why it's important to uh, be careful with temperature and things like that when you're working with cannabis.
It's important because you have to do it at a low temperature. Otherwise, you're getting rid of the medicinal goodness. It's almost like overcooking veggies. Who wants a limp piece of broccoli when you can have a good nutritional firm piece of broccoli? It's the same type of thing. You
Yeah,
just want to make sure you don't cook out the nutrients.
yeah. So there are different cannabinoids that burn off at different temperatures, just like, nutrients in plants like broccoli and other vegetables. These are all plants. And so, Melanie is, aware of the importance of keeping all those those
Yeah.
cannabinoids alive and in the product.
Yes.
Because that does make a difference. So before you started making CBD salves, were you making salves without CBD?
Yes, I was. I'm Portuguese and French and what else am I? Everything. Irish, Welsh. But I have been getting my hair colored since I was very young because I have a little birthmark up here that likes to go completely gray. And I stain. So I started making balms and things that I would kind of wow my hairdresser with and go get my hair colored and then wipe the stain right off. So I had this big, idea that I was going to make some hair products and help all these other less fortunate women in the world that were walking around with stained foreheads. Um, Plus, I love making bath bombs and I do a lot of things with my daughters.
Mm.
So I've always kind of messed around with the apothecary business type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just took things I already knew and just kind of added to it. Plus, I did a lot of research. Google's my best friend. I love to read books. I just started compiling a bunch of books on different ways to break down the keef and what was going to be more medicinal, which carrier oils to use. Because I went from the basic salves and balms and apothecary to something that was a little bit greater. I had to worry about other people's skin sensitivities and
Yeah.
parabens and everything else. You want to keep it as natural as possible.
Yeah, and obviously you want to stay away from all those petroleum-based products.
Absolutely. And I'm really sensitive. My skin is sensitive. So I'm not going to put something on someone else I wouldn't put on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have really bad tendonitis in my left arm. I could tell you when it's going to rain because the tendonitis starts to act up. But, I started trying it on myself until I found something that was a good consistency. It wasn't greasy, absorbed really well, and it gave me the relief I needed.
Yeah, and I'm guessing your daughters were willing participants also.
Um,
I
Not so
have
much.
one son that is and one son that isn't.
My girls are all for it. They're like, "Mom, you help people," but because they're underage and everything, I kind of keep
Oh, I
clear.
was thinking about the CBD side.
Yeah, like my daughter uses the CBD for her psoriasis. It does help tremendous, but they're still learning too. You have to realize, maybe 2 years ago, they're still telling kids, all the negative
Yeah,
made up. Yeah. So it's a sensitive thing,
yeah,
I'm trying to teach them as I go along.
yeah. My younger son was just calling me a hippie for
Oh, they call me that too.
quite a
Yeah.
while, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I was supervisor of secondary marketing for a really large lender. I was a securities trader. I'm not a freaking hippie.
I know. Well, I think their version of hippie compared to our version of hippie, they don't even know what a true hippie is.
Exactly.
I
I'm
mean,
like, I use and promote CBD. How
yeah,
is that?
exactly.
So I
It's
have to with
that
education even
generation.
in my own house. So
Yes.
yeah,
Well, it's funny because when I partnered up with Tommy Chong,
mhm.
the millennials don't know who Tommy Chong is. My kids are like, what are you talking about? And then Halloween came around. My youngest, the 14-year-old who's a freshman in high school, she's like, Mom, you'll never believe what people are dressing up like for Halloween. I said, what? She goes, Cheech and Chong. I go, oh, now I'm cool.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
he finally dropped the hippie moniker when he saw a testimonial that I had recorded for a stage 4 brain cancer person whose
Oh,
tumor was shrinking from MRI to MRI to MRI, smaller, smaller, smaller. And then he finally dropped the hippie thing. I'm
yes.
like,
Well,
all right.
now, yeah.
So, great.
I have a woman I work with right now. She has stage 4 cancer also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breaks
That's,
my heart.
yeah, it's, this industry, everyone, thinks about the what the media picks up on the most. Oh, getting high and this and that
Yeah.
and hot boxing and all that.
It's the stigma of it all.
Exactly. And oh my gosh, if they saw the children who are 6 months, 8 months, a year out from having a seizure, you
People
know,
are scared of change.
they
They
are,
really are. Yeah.
they are, but we just have to keep putting these success stories out there so that people understand that this is
That's
not,
medicinal.
yeah, this is not about, I mean, hey, party and all that, awesome, go for it. Have the time of your life,
Yeah,
It's it's alcohol, marijuana, cannabis, I don't care. Just go live your life, have fun. But
exactly.
do not add to the stigma of a plant that is curing people, that is stopping seizures, that is reducing cortisone shots, like I know you've experienced with some of your customers, that is helping people get off opioids, all of this.
Anxiety, stress,
Oh,
sleep, depression.
exactly.
Yes,
Ex-
everything. That's why I got into CBD
hmm
because for the past 7 years, I've been making a lotion with THC in it, and
hmm
everybody's like, "Is it going to get me high? Is it going to do this?" No, it's not psychoactive. It's not going to get you high. But the CBD part of it, it breaks the stigma for people.
Yes.
Anybody that was scared and was thinking about the hot boxing and
Yeah.
people walking around, sparking joints in the middle of the afternoon,
hmm
like they can proudly put our products on their counter in their bedroom, and they can say, hey, this is derived from hemp, this
hmm
is medicinal. It's all about breaking the stigma. It's a great tool.
It is. It is. And like you said, it's a great way into experiencing for yourself how the product works, how it helps, and being able to say, wow, yeah, no, I didn't get high.
Exactly.
Because that's not what it's always about.
No,
So,
it's not an edible. It
no.
doesn't give you a body high. you know that's the thing too, is doing my research. It's like, what are the best carrier oils? What's
hmm
going to make it transdermal? So my lotions have actually been tested that they go down 7 layers, and it's
Nice.
transdermal, so it targets the pain. A lot of people hear about it and they have these great expectations, but then they go to use the product and they're like, hey, I did notice it took the edge off of my pain,
hmm
or it did this. And then when you continuously use it, you get better results.
Exactly. And one of the things about CBD is that a lot of times you don't realize it's working because it's not like a prescription, where
Yeah.
you feel the effects come on. It's more like your your symptoms just kind of fade away.
Well, because it
And
doesn't mask it. It actually
exactly.
is relieving it. It's
hmm
actually doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. And so until they stop taking it because they don't think it's working, they don't
Hmm.
realize it was working. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, I need more of this.
Yeah, or it's always for me, like they're almost out,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know? Oh my
exactly.
God, I'm almost out. It's like, yeah, okay. Luckily, I keep a stock of it for friends and family at home because I get that on a regular basis.
Oh gosh, me too. And I was like, oh geez, Louise, guys, come on, And
Yeah.
so, well, and one of the things I do is I have a company that works specifically with people on Medicaid, on disability, and disabled vets. And
Oh,
so we have product that we have companies that allow us to sell their products wholesale to them, to help with the cost.
absolutely.
But they're
Yeah.
only allowed to buy very small amounts, because it's not for reselling; it's just for them to use. And so my very first conversation with them is like, okay, I want you to understand it could take up to a week to get to you. So you need to be prepared. Yeah,
Exactly. A whole order ahead.
yeah. Don't call me and say you need it tomorrow because I don't know that it's going to happen. So,
I would love to send some samples out to your vets. Just let me
oh,
know
we'd
after
love
that.
to. Yeah, we'd love to be able to help them with that. I just, their CBD is an amazing, amazing product, and as more and more people grow it, the the hemp price will go down, and so the producers, the product producers like yourself, will be able to, really be able to control your prices because it's a supply and demand thing, and it can be really hard with different states opening up agriculture to to be able to grow the hemp. Like in the state of Colorado, you get a tag from the Department of Ag, and you can grow however many acres. The more and more states that come on board with growing industrial hemp, for the CBD and specific strains that are high in CBD, and then other things for rope and whatever
Yeah.
they do
Well,
that.
that's where we're going. Go
Mhm.
green.
Yeah, all
That's
day, every
where
day.
everyone's going. Yep.
Yeah, then the price will be more manageable for other people as well. But we just we got to help the people who need the help. So
Absolutely.
um,
I've been doing this, like I said, for 7+ years, but
mhm.
I would say that 90% of the time I've been in business, all my products been given to everybody for free.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we do because that's
Yeah.
why we do it. We're trying to help
And it
people.
makes me feel good to have somebody
Mhm.
come back and tell me you've changed my life, or
Oh,
or
yeah.
I can finally sleep. It's like, okay, this is why I'm doing it. I'm down for the cause.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now you have two lines. You have one with THC and one without THC, right?
Yes, yes. One's available in a dispensary, one's available nationwide.
Okay. Very cool. And can you give us some success stories on on like choose one with THC and choose one without THC so we can just kind of share some different ways that people can use it?
So I have one woman, she's been a waitress her whole life. She goes and gets cortisone shots in her feet. And since using my lotions with the THC, she has completely stopped with the cortisone shots. Doesn't need to get them at all. Just
Oh,
as long as she's consistently on the lotion. Um, and then I have another woman that has rheumatoid arthritis. She swears by my CBD cream. She has cut her pain meds in half. She used to not be able to get up and walk, couldn't move her hands
oh,
till she started using the cream. Now she has function of her hands. She can move her fingers, lift a fork. I
it's
used
the
to,
simple things.
yeah, I
Again.
used to drive my product, set it on her porch for her and her husband to make it as like little amount of work as possible.
Hmm.
And it got to the point where she relies on my product now,
Yeah.
and even her doctors are telling her keep it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
amazing.
that's when it means so much is for a medical doctor to to recognize the impact that your product has made on a person's life.
Yes, I get lots of doctors
Mhm.
recommending my CBD cream. I love it. A lot of holistic doctors,
Mhm.
acupuncturists.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. I get a lot of referrals from doctors.
That's great. That
Yeah,
is awesome. It really kind of feeds your soul a little bit too,
for sure.
to hear that. It's a wonderful thing because that's part of why you do what you do, helping people.
Exactly.
So okay. Now I understand that you are in the process of like up leveling right now your business because you are working with Tommy Chong, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so are you doing the CBD side with him or the CBD and THC or both? How's that working
I
out?
I do a little kit for him. It's a wellness kit. It has a THC lotion, a CBD cream, and a CBD THC balm.
Nice. And where are those going to be available? Is that
Those
on
are
yours?
they're available in dispensaries right now, just because of the combination of the
Yeah.
THC. Yeah, pretty soon they're going to be individual, for sale individually. But right now the kits are for sale in the dispensary.
So, how about you tell us about the different products you have because you have different we'll say flavors.
Yeah.
Different combinations. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what they're good for?
I have 6 different combinations. I have a little cheat sheet here. One's called Breathe, Serenity, Vitality, Calm, Relax, and Soothe. And they do exactly what they're called. So for the one that's called Soothe, it's got rosemary, lavender. It has all the elements and all the essential oils that are going to give you a soothing, relieving feeling.
Hmm.
Essential oils are obviously medicinal. They've been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. And it was old world medicine. So I just include that in different blends that are going to be the most medicinal, the most relieving for you. And then Relax has, you know, different lavender, tangerine, yin and yang.
Mm.
And so basically, you're going to get different results with different things. Breathe, it's got lemongrass in it. It's a little bit more invigorating, uplifting, Great way to start your day. Kind of feel like you just had a little jolt of caffeine naturally.
Uh-huh.
And then the vitality just gives you, it takes the edge off the pain, is from what most people says. It's a nice calming, relaxing smell.
Okay, so
Not
vitality would be
overwhelming.
one if you were looking for pain relief. That would be
Well, they're all good for pain relief.
mhm.
Just the different scents kind of do different things to your
Yeah,
sense of smell and so forth.
definitely. And so you were talking about how they've been tested to where they go down 7 layers
Yes, they're
into
transdermal, each
mhm.
one of them, because I use the same carrier oil in each one, but I just blend it with different essential oils.
Awesome. Um, so how much CBD is in your salves?
I have two different versions. I have a 200 milligram and a 400 milligram.
And how many ounces is that?
8 ounces.
Okay, so is it a salve or is it a lotion?
They're creams, nice thick
Oh,
cream.
creams, nice. Oh,
Yeah,
and let's say hello to the puppy in the background.
yeah. Otis, he's driving me crazy.
Hi, Otis. It's
my
okay, Otis.
my Neapolitan Mastiff.
So now, okay, talking about pets, we've talked about pets several times. Have you used any CBD products for your pets?
Yes, I give it to my Mastiff all the time because he has bad hips. So
Mm-hmm.
I have to dose him every once in a while just so he has some pain relief.
And right now, he's not he's not making noise because of pain. He's
No,
making
it's,
noise because of someone else that's in heat.
yes, my Frenchie puppy. Yes, my Frenchie puppy.
So, okay, so we're gonna need to come up with an anti-horny CBD set medicine.
Yes. Oh my God, he's driving me crazy.
Okay, so we need to come up with a very chill CBD component for anyone that has a dog in heat that other dogs are freaking out. And I'm thinking we can use it for teenage boys in puberty as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe
So
even husbands if they're like, just kidding.
exactly. I think that's going to be your next big seller.
I'm pretty sure my husband would stay clear of testing that one for me.
Oh, we can get Otis to test it though.
Yeah.
Just put Otis out there. Okay. Okay. So you were talking about the different essential oils and basically old world medicine. So
Which
um,
I love. I love
yeah,
old world medicine.
let's
I
talk about
mean,
that.
before, there's always politics, no matter how
No,
far
really?
back we go. But old world medicine, that's where it really was at. The essential oils and the different blends and it's mother nature. It's natural. It's the best source of medicine, food, everything. We're all going back to natural. And I'm not doing something that wasn't already done years ago.
Yeah, we're learning from our mistakes. Our now that science is catching up uh, with being able to see what we actually have naturally and what we've been using for millennium. Where we can actually quote unquote trust the old wives' tales,
Exactly.
and that's one of the things with cannabis that people who have researched it look back to Egyptian times and Native American and just all over the world and how it was used and finding out just by going back what they had used it for back then and now trying it again and realizing, oh,
They're
wow,
onto something.
yeah, they were
Oh,
right after all. Gee,
yeah. Yes.
shame we wasted all these centuries of, being able to use it, especially, the last century with the reefer madness crisis. But
Oh, yeah.
hopefully that'll be leaving pretty soon. So, um, okay, so we had some success stories with and without THC. I love the fact that we're able to get information about CBD and THC to states, all across the country. Actually, we have people in other countries that listen to this as well because not everyone has legal access to THC products. We're
No.
fortunate. Melanie and I live in states that uh, that really care and recognize the efficacy of the cannabis plant in all forms,
Yes.
and how it has helped people. So we're very fortunate, but we're also sensitive to the fact that not everyone has access to THC, um, and that not everyone even wants THC in their products, and that's fine, and that's why it's great to be able to show that rheumatoid arthritis, no THC, is cut her pain medication in half.
Absolutely.
That's just with CBD and essential oils. So I just don't want people to think that there's only one way to use the plant. There are lots of ways to use the
There's
plant.
so many different ways. People are juicing it nowadays.
Mhm.
I mean, I started making a shampoo and conditioner for friends that were in the salon industry for psoriasis.
Mhm.
It can be used for anything. It really is a miracle plant.
It is.
It's
It really is.
amazing.
And you used to work with you made some tinctures in the past too, right?
Oh yeah. And right now I'm actually broadening my line of the CBD because I have so much fun with it.
Oh, tell us.
I'm making a foot scrub, a muscle cream
Ooh.
with arnica and peppermint in it.
Oh,
It's
arnica.
love
Oh.
arnica.
Mhm.
And I'm working on a leave-in conditioner.
Ooh.
Yes. I just did a botanical flower Epsom salt bath salt.
Nice. Now, are you putting any CBD in the bath salt?
All CBD.
Okay, good.
Every product I make is going to have CBD in it.
Good, because that's I've talked to people about it before. So we had someone with a product, CBD bath salts, and how it was developed and how it has helped autistic children
Wow.
and children with seizures. Because if you have a autistic child, sometimes um, touch is a very sensitive thing for them. And so putting a lotion on them may not be something that they would want to, experience.
Yeah.
It could be a struggle. But being able to just dip them,
Yes.
sit
Yeah.
them in a bath of it, and allow that to, allow the skin to absorb that CBD has been great. And I've had people who are dead set against CBD because it's part of the cannabis plant and just like absolutely no way will I use that. But they'll use the bath salts because for some reason taking a bath in it is different than putting a lotion on. And then and they said it's like when they drained the tub, the pain drained with it.
Wow. That's a great.
So I'm really
Wow.
excited that you're doing that because we need more of that out there.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm adding botanical flowers, which they use to make teas.
mhm.
So I think the importance of the botanical flowers is it's not only does it give you a great aromatic
Yeah.
smell,
Mhm.
where it's soothing because I'm doing a blend with lavender chamomile and I'm doing
Oh.
one with rose petals and marigold.
Oh.
But it's almost like when you go and make your own tea bag and all the yummy goodness soaks into the
Mhm.
water. It's the same thing. Plus you've got the CBD.
Yeah.
So, and
That's
it's really
amazing.
subtle.
That's awesome. So let's see. Your website is treelotion.com.
Yes.
Okay, and can people buy it at treelotion.com?
Yes, they can. It'll redirect them to Yumi CBD, and then they'll go ahead and continue the checkout process.
Okay, so cbdumi.com.
CBD Yumi, sorry. I
And
always
that
do that.
so cbdumi.com, and that's cbdyoumi.com.
Yes.
Because I was thinking it was just the letter U the first time I heard it. But so cbdyoumi.com. And so so you can go to treelotion.com, get a little information about the product and how it came to be. When you purchase it, it'll pop you over to cbdyoumi.com.
And keep an eye out because I'm going to add products. I'm in the process of filling an order right now where I got to be a little bit more creative. They asked for some different things, so I'm going to be broadening my little my site.
Oh, that's awesome. That is very awesome. Do you have a newsletter option on there yet, or something
Not
you might
yet.
add?
I'm working on it. I'm a
Okay.
one-woman show here, so I'm
I hear you.
still building, still growing.
Trust me, there are a lot of people that have subscribed to CBD Talk Podcast newsletter, and I think I've sent one. in the last year and a half.
Oh,
But
yeah,
at
see?
some point, it will happen.
Yes, it will.
I know. I've got to get better. I'm at least going to try to do monthly. So maybe a recap of the
I need a big
highlights.
bubble so it takes all the outer chaos away so I could actually get that done.
Yes, well, let's mention that you do have a 4-year-old.
I have a
And
4-year-old, a
mhm,
16-year-old, and a 15-year-old.
yeah, so the I'm thinking the 4-year-old probably takes up a lot of that time.
I forgot how much work it was. Big age gap here.
I'd be using that Soothe Balm a lot.
Oh, trust me, I am elbows deep in it all the time.
Awesome.
little here, little
Hmm.
here. All
Yeah,
my
oh, and that's
CB1, CB2 receptors help me with the migraine.
exactly what I was just about to say is migraines. But
Yes.
the salves are really amazing with migraines. Put it on the back of the neck, on the temples,
Yes. Oh,
here.
let me grab one. I made the
Yes.
new salve. Hold on. Here it is.
Oh,
So
nice.
it goes with my
Now, which formulation is that?
has CBD,
Is
shea
it
butter.
Vitality or
Yes. So
okay?
this is called Vitalize Me. And
Vitalize Me. Okay.
yes, so I'm doing sticks to go along with my creams. So it's in a
Nice.
balm form instead of a cream, obviously,
Oh
base.
my
It can be used
gosh.
on acne, cuts and scrapes, as a
Mm-hmm.
chapstick.
Oh my
Super soothing.
gosh.
You could throw it in your purse, in your glove compartment, but it's just pure CBD. And it's like it's the sister product to my creams, basically.
Oh.
So, um, actually, I think I even have samples here. I'll show you what some
Are
of
you
them.
selling those yet?
I'm gonna be putting them up on my website in the next few weeks. I
Awesome.
just finished making them. Just finished getting some labeling. So here's Soothe Me,
Aw, nice.
Vitalize Me,
Mm-hmm.
Relax Me,
Mm.
and Calm Me.
Oh, nice.
So I have 6 blends of essential oils or 6 blends of creams, and I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
4 balms.
Oh, wonderful. Oh
So
my gosh, that's awesome. And also to be able to use it as a lip balm. Oh my gosh, CBD on the lips are, I love
yeah,
that.
and I'm making one with sunscreen in it. So you'll be able to
Wow.
throw that in your purse come summertime. Us ladies got to take care of the skin.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Men, they just get away with so much when it comes to that. They just
I
don't have to.
know. I have no idea
No,
how much
they
work
just look
it
more
is.
manly and rugged, and we look
I
like.
know. It's okay for them to be hairy, but we can't be hairy. Well, at least I don't like to be hairy.
No, I hear you.
To each his own.
Yeah, but a wrinkle on them, I mean, they look, rugged. A wrinkle on us, and we're
It's
like,
like a George Clooney, they get a wrinkle. You're like, oh, you're
exactly.
so masculine and so handsome. And then I'm like crying in the corner when I have her. I just turned 40 September.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I'm pretty positive this is my year. 40s are looking good so far. But yeah, definitely it's been a transitional period.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I remember those days. It was a while ago, but I remember
that's
those days.
that's my next thing. I want to work on a wrinkle beauty cream with CBD in it.
Yes, and please let me know when you do.
Okay. I'll be the first test dummy and then I'll send some your way.
Okay, sounds good. That's awesome. All right, so um, we talked about Keef, which I'd
Yes.
never talked about before, so I'm glad that we were able to throw that little nugget in there.
Yeah, if people are interested in looking it up, it's KIEF,
Mhm.
like Frank. It's basically just the crystals that fall off the sugar leaf, and it's very medicinal. And it's in all my THC lotions I make. It's a full plant based. I don't sift any of the keef out. I melt it down, leave all
Nice.
the particles in there because I feel like every part of it is important.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. Full spectrum. It's nature's way.
Most
So,
definitely.
and then okay, so we also mentioned you're doing work with Tommy Chong.
Yes, so Tommy came to me a few years ago. His son had gotten a hold of some of my cream, He said that he loved it. I had just had a baby though. Um, and I was, it was just a hobby. So like I said, I gave all my product away. So I didn't have a bank full of money. I didn't have a bank account full of money. I was printing labels off my printer,
Uh-huh.
It was very mom like, hobby like, and I wasn't prepared. And then he came to me again in December and said, listen, I've checked out thousands of creams and topicals, and I still like yours the best. They don't compare. So you want to try to do this? And I said, well, hey, I'm not getting any younger. Might as well. And the fact that Tommy came to me again, any disbeliefs I had, because I'm my own worst critic and I'm very hard on myself, they all kind of went away. I said, wow, this guy's had access to tons and tons of product, and he still came to me, so I'm doing something right.
Yeah, and it's true. When you have an authority like Tommy Chong with followers in the millions.
Millions, yeah.
Yeah, and he has access to all these products. People are sending him products all the time. Try this, try this. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. And his son got it from you. He came to you, got it, and then you said, "Nah, baby, tired, sleepy.
Yeah.
I can't do this right now." And
Yeah.
then came back to you a second time. That really does speak to the properties of your product.
And they include me in everything they do, all their events. They make me feel like family.
Aww.
It's there are a lot of changes happened right when we partnered. So it was like December, woohoo, I'm working with Tommy. January, laws changed. There went the wind in my sails. But they're really patient with me during the process of transition and trying to move forward. And
that's great.
They're really humble.
Well, and here's the thing. If your product wasn't worth it, they wouldn't. I mean, they're still nice, humble, kind people, but they're also business people.
It's true. And I'm a pain in the butt. I'm sure I drive them crazy. I text message novels, like all these ideas, all these things going on. They probably are like, oh God, it's Melanie again. We'll read that later.
Damn, Melanie, your product must be really good. Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay.
Mom moments where I'm like, I have an idea. My husband's like, you don't need to text that all right now, but I do. I got to get it out.
It's 3:00 in the morning. I'll forget it. Damn it! I have to do it now. I actually understand that. And unfortunately, I have texted people at 3:00 in the morning. They're like, Dawn.
Yeah.
Dawn, I thought something was wrong.
Exactly. So there's other reasons why I medicate. Obviously, I can't shut this thing off right here too. So.
Yeah, I've had to switch to email during the night,
yes.
not texting. So sad. Okay, so again, your site's treelotion.com. They can also find it at cbdyoume.com. And at some point within the next month, you'll have a little thing on there saying join my newsletter so that people can find out when you are rolling out these new products.
That's a great idea. I will work on that.
Because I am going to want to know when you're rolling out these new products, and I might forget to go to your website and check.
Yes,
so
definitely.
This way I'll know. And so I've got my dog in the background. I think he's trying to figure out where your Frenchie is.
I think the whole neighborhood's trying to figure out where my Frenchie is.
That's awesome. But thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it. And we're looking forward to seeing new products come out from you.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, remember, stay happy, stay healthy, and we will see you in the next episode of CBD Talk Podcast.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.